You can taste the excitement here in Indianapolis. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans and Indiana. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Young with the steal. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Ashik working together down low. Holiday and Hield team up in the backcourt. And it's Evans in at the 3 slot. And for Thaddeus Young, extremely effective last season after signing a 4-year, $50 million contract. Definitely made an effort to earn that money.
And for a guy who didn't operate much out of the post, he still took high percentage shots. You saw the hustle, his ability to rack up steals, the improved rebounding. He moves his feet well enough to play the 3 and worked on his strength enough to where he can also play the 4.
Jefferson kicks to Young. Connects on the 9-footer.
Nice pass in close quarters. Sometimes those can be tricky.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Evans passes to Davis. George against Evans. Feeds it to Usher. Jefferson with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
Now here's George. Ellis dishes to George. Teague with a clean look. Buries it from 3-point range. Teague's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Evans. To the inside. It's stolen by Teague. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Indiana on D. And the Pelicans, since drafting Anthony Davis, have taken an impatient approach, trading away picks for veteran players.
I think they're being somewhat patient. I mean, you got Anthony Davis there, and so that's going to invite some players who become free agents to play alongside, Kevin, a star that's going to create easier opportunities as he gets better. Moving forward, though, you have to consider whether they've capped out the upside of their roster.
Here's Davis after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Davis sets a screen. Knocks it loose. In the corner, it's Hield for the 3. The Pacers pull it in.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Teague against Holiday. Back to George. He kicks it to Young. From deep, Ellis. Ashik pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 5. Hield the pass to Davis. Now here's Evans. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Hield's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Teague got it off in time, but it's no good. And still a close game. It's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And that kind of relentless determination is something Monte is known for. And one of the reasons he's been around for a decade in the NBA as a consistently good player.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
Well, they've carved out a nice little advantage here, really by dictating the pace early on.
They've got C.J. Miles. Miles Turner out there with LaVoy Allen. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Young in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, in the era of 3-and-D and 4 out and 1 in, some say the post-up is a lost art. That makes Al Jefferson a throwback player. He said it happened right in front of my eyes. When I came into the league, it was still a big man's game. Everything changed around me. I've always been a back-to-the-basket, post-move player. Just stuck to what I do best, guys.
Yeah, and I hope he never changes. Thanks, D.A. Ajinça kicks to Hill. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Moore. Brent, at some point, all NBA players know when it's time to hang him up. Kobe went through it last year. What was the moment for you?
The moment for me, Kevin, was in Portland, Oregon. Happened to be playing against the Portland Trailblazers. And a guy named Rudy Fernandez was on the Trailblazers at that time. And Rudy played like the road runner. He did not stop running. And I remember there was a play where I tried to chase him off the screen. He came around the screen, went up for a lob dunk, and I could not catch up to him. And I thought to myself, this might be a good time to think about the end of the
It happens that suddenly. You can pinpoint it to one play.
I don't know that every player can do that, but thank you, Rudy Fernandez, for the clear-cut message that was going to be my last season.
Out to Stuckey. Indiana moving the ball around. Miles with it. Hill's there. Miles dishes to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Moore. Ajinça the pass to Moore. Here's the screen. A shot missing. And Indiana will come the other way. Goes up on the wing. And there's Miles. That's good on the assist by Turner. Miles has got 5.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
Not forcing really any of the action, instead letting the game come to them and exploiting every opportunity.
Allen, that's good. Allen's got his first bucket in this one.
He really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
Here's Galloway. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
I mean, there's not a lot of reasons for a turnover, but there's certainly not one there. Just a lapse of judgment.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by half. That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Without question, Jeff Teague displaying his skills today.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
Yeah, I just love the fact that he takes pride in his game. Those things keep him motivated to operate at this very high level every time he's on the court.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Holiday and Hield team up in the backcourt. Davis and Ishik working together down low, and it's Evans in at the small forward.
And the Pacers really, for so long, kind of defined that old-school, plotting, defensive-oriented team, and then they just flipped the script last season. I mean, completely reinventing themselves, playing much of that season with 4 perimeter players on the court and finding ways to be successful at doing it.
Now here is Holiday. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. They set the pick. Davis kicks to Hield. Evans outside. Holiday, no one around him. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And the Pacers had great success in the past, but they just felt they couldn't score enough with the two big men clogging up the middle.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that even going smaller, they were still a top 5 defensive team. They found some big men who can shoot from the perimeter now, and what you like is that they have flexibility in terms of their style of play.
Pacers leading by 11. Outside Jefferson. It's stolen by Hield. The three. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Ellis. The stupendous finish in traffic. And the Pacers lead by 13.
I like that. Didn't force the jam, just happy to lay in the soft floater.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Hustle up. Let's figure this out now. Let's go. We've got to improve our offensive execution, gentlemen.
Lead.
Yeah, at just 6'3", he's still a terrific athlete and a dynamic finisher at that size. Ellis needs the ball, though, in his hands to be most effective because he can make things happen.
Turner's checked in for Indiana. And the Pelicans also making a change. Hill's checked in, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the game. Well, for the Pacers last season, they trade Roy Hibbert to the Los Angeles Lakers. David West took far less money. Greg to leave town. You worried about their front court and that it would be in shambles?
Yeah, and instead, a career season from Ian Mahimi. Rookie Miles Turner showed himself to be a steal as a shot-blocking, perimeter-shooting big. And it was a best-case scenario. If they could build on that, I think they have a chance to be one of the contenders in that Eastern Conference.
New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Now, here is Young. And George kicks to Turner. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's just terrific court awareness there. The defense knew it was coming and just totally suffocated him.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
The Pacers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And so Teague gets 2 free throws. Teague against Holiday. From deep.
Hey.
And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Holiday surveying ways to get to the charity stripe there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. Here's Ellis. Got it off in time. No good on that last second attempt there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Brent, you had the chance to play under Coach Greg Popovich during your 4 seasons with the Spurs. Aside from the obvious accolades and plaudits, what stands out to you about him as a coach?
The one thing about Pop that stands out, Kevin, is the simple fact that the rhythm of the season is something that he has a tremendous amount of control over.
Had great feel for it.
There's no doubt about it. Pop is so good about understanding the feelings and the emotions attached to the game. And on top of that, the priority with which the game should have in your life. And that's the kind of player that they're looking for. They understand that the player has to understand the job, his accountability to his teammates, the role that he's asked to play, and then lastly, just how important basketball is in the grand scheme of things.
Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Miles Turner out there with Al Jefferson, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Jefferson attacking. Great D that time from Davis. Pelicans trail by 11. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to...
Here we go. Let's draw it up. Look, I'm fine with our defensive effort.
I know that's some different sets because of the matchups.
But also a good decision from the coach to settle your guys down, get into something new, and everybody on the same page.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there. Use the clock and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
And more kicks to Evans. At the floater, and the layup is good. Evans has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense has to respect Evans and his ability to score from there, but sometimes good defense is just simply not enough. This guy can be special.
And Jefferson throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Evans. Outside, Davis. And the foul on Miles Turner. That'll be his second foul of the game. Young's checked in for the Pacers. And the Pelicans also making a change. Holiday's checked in. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. And Asha kicks to Hield beyond the arc. It's good from long range.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Now here's T. Here's Jefferson. Outside for George. T dishes to Ellis. No good on the three. Evans with it. To the left wing. Here's Hield. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Some good awareness shown by Tyreek Evans to dish the pass off there to his teammate.
And now we've got the intentional foul. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
They get it again. George. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
At the line, your Pacers, Paul George. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Hustle up. Let's figure this out now. Let's go. Listen up. We've got to make some adjustments on offense out there.
Outside Holiday. No good from outside. And so here is Indiana. At one point they led by 16. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Young. Outside T. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. And the shot falls short this time. So it's Indiana picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille. Jeff.